All right, viewers, our first big political story that we are tracking comes in from the monsoon session and the Parliament. 9 straight days and a complete washout. All noise, absolutely no work. Once again, the stalemate was built around the Pegasus scandal.
Question number 144. उसके साथ साथ सर किसान की मुद्दा है आफ्टर क्वेश्चन वन प्लीज
Ruckus, sloganeering,
मंत्री जी
hangama, and opposition raising placards.
बदलना चाहिए सदन में हम चर्चा चाहते हैं.
These are the scenes dominating Parliament since Snoopgate controversy hit the Modi government. Day 9 of Parliament started in similar fashion. Leader of opposition Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary once again demanded discussion on Pegasus.
Pegasus जासूसी कांड की सदन के अंदर चर्चा हो.
Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi reiterated that the government was ready to hold discussion on any issue.
सर शुरू की दिन से सर विपक्ष की तरफ से हम ये मांग करते आ रहे हैं कि पेगासस जासूसी कांड की सदन के अंदर चर्चा हो. उसके साथ साथ सर किसान की मुद्दा है, कोविड की मुद्दा है, महंगाई की मुद्दा है, कोई असुविधा नहीं है सर. सदन में हम चर्चा चाहते हैं, लेकिन सरकार की इस तरीके की रुख बदलना चाहिए. सदन में हम चर्चा चाहते हैं. गवर्नमेंट इज रेडी फॉर डिस्कशन, बट मोस्ट अनफॉर्चुनेटली दे आर नॉट अलाउइंग द पार्लियामेंट टू रन एंड द क्वेश्चन आवर इज द राइट ऑफ द मेंबर. All more than 350 members want the question hour. Despite of that, behaving like this, it is most unfortunate. I once again appeal, whatever is decided in the first BAC, and under your leadership and your guidance, whatever you suggest, government is ready for the discussion. 161.
The Speaker ruled it out, saying there won't be any discussion before question hour. But the opposition continued to create ruckus and pandemonium ensued, and the lower house had to be adjourned for the day, but not before Centre introduced two bills.
I have received no praise, no slogans.
Similar scenes were witnessed in Rajya Sabha. Chair Venkaiah Naidu had to urge MPs to maintain dignity of the House, but was forced to adjourn it multiple times.
The House is adjourned to meet at 12.
TMC MP Derek O'Brien accused the centre of running away from a debate and put the onus on the Modi government to run the House. The Snoopgate scandal is not just echoing in Parliament, but is all set to reverberate in the Supreme Court as well. A bench led by CJI Ramanna will hear a plea-seeking probe into the alleged snooping next week. Will the apex court verdict give more teeth to opposition attack, or will it lay the whole issue to rest?
Another week, another washout. The ongoing Pegasus row stalled proceedings of both houses of Parliament again on Friday. Now, while the centre is unwilling to concede to the opposition's demand for a structured debate on the snooping scandal, the latter are likely to push forward with more steam in the coming week, especially after the Supreme Court agreed to hear a plea seeking an independent probe into the snooping charges next week. With camera person Ashok Bhanot, Paulami Saha in Delhi for India Today.
I want to connect right now to our National Affairs Editor Rahul Srivastava, who's joining us live on this issue. Rahul, the stalemate continues. The opposition has dug in its heels. There is going to be no work till a proper discussion on the floor of the House and Pegasus is allowed. The centre is still not biting.
Preeti, if you analyze what is happening, the opposition realizes that it has an issue on which the government is not more than forthcoming as far as the discussion is concerned. Last time around, if you see the last session, on farmers' issue, the government did eventually agree after a bit of ruckus that there will be a structured debate. But on Pegasus, what the government is trying to say is that the discussion, debate and deliberation will be on its terms. And since the government says that this is a manufactured issue and it can't go in for a structured debate beyond what the IT minister has stated, somewhere what the government is trying to avoid is a discussion on the basis that there is going to be a vote at the end of the discussion, because that's what eventually what the opposition wants, to create a sense of House castigating the central government on the Pegasus issue. So the government is shying away. The opposition realizes it's an opportunity like December 2010, when the opposition led by the BJP led to the washout of the entire winter session because the government didn't want a JPC on the telecom spectrum case. Now, in that scenario, both are stuck to their respective stands, but there is one catch to it, Preeti. I think that while the opposition thinks it's scoring brownie points by pushing the government against the wall, the government is not minding the disruption on the Pegasus issue because it feels that this is one issue which does not have much traction among the public compared to it that if there was discussion on the COVID mismanagement in 2 months of April and May, inflation, farm trouble, all that will be a meatier, more problematic trouble. So the government is loving the disruption.
Right. All right. Okay. You know, Rahul, we're going to keep coming back to you because we have another story lined up, the other big political story that we're going to be discussing, and we're going to come back to Rahul for that. But before that, let's cut across to the other development that has taken place in the entire Bihari Gunda blowout. It's now a matter of he says to what she says. He, Nishikant Dubey, who says she, Mahua Moitra, called him a Bihari Gunda not once but thrice over. Now, jumping in, the Congress MP, Shashi Tharoor, who heads the Parliamentary Committee of IT, where the alleged comment was first made. He says that if somebody allegedly said something at a meet that never took place to somebody who was not there, how am I to be concerned about it? He did not sign the register. How do we know he was there? Hitting back, BJP MP Nishikant Dubey said that he was present at the IT panel meet. It was a matter of technicality that he did not sign the register. Remember, TMC MP Mahua Moitra has earlier denied saying Bihari Gunda to the BJP MP. I want to cut across right now to Anand Patel, my colleague, who's joining us with the very latest in Anand, what appears to be a very intriguing scenario. What really happened, Anand? Did she, which is Mahua Moitra, say Bihari Gunda? And was Nishikant Dubey, he in this question, was he present there? Can anybody else at that parliamentary meet confirm?
Well, no, the opposition MPs are not confirming this. The problem is some of the BJP MPs were present in the meeting. This is what our sources are telling us. But they didn't sign the register. And the opposition MPs were willing to go on conducting the business of the committee, which was a very important issue. But the sources are telling us that the BJP MPs were not keen since the issue related with the Pegasus Snoopgate issue. And all the three ministries officials at the last moment backed out from the meeting, citing other engagements. So clearly, the opposition MPs are saying that this was a ploy by the ruling party and the NDA to sabotage the entire meeting and then divert it to other issues. The opposition MPs are also saying that these are all diversionary tactics by the BJP adopted to scuttle the entire process under which the chairman had called the meeting to discuss the all-important Pegasus snooping.
All right,
now, this is going to go a long way. Let me tell you, Preeti, the chairman of the committee has written a letter to the speaker. The speaker, we are told, might be attending the meeting when it happens next.
But we'll never quite know, will we, that what really happened? Did she actually say it, or was it a figment of Nishikant Dubey's imagination, or is she lying because Nishikant Dubey insists she said it? Appreciate you joining us, Anand Patel. We're going to continue to come back to you. Let's move on to a third big political story that we promised, and that is, viewers, Mamata Banerjee, after her 5-day visit to the national capital, has bowed out today. She is back in Bengal, took the 5 p.m. flight from Delhi. A lot went down in the last 5 days. Let's take you through that. The Bengal Chief Minister's first leg of her mission 2024 has ended. From Congress Chief Sonia Gandhi, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, DMK MP Kandi Modi, Congress MP Anand Sharma, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, and former MP Chief Minister Kamal Nath. She met all of them. Speaking on her meeting with NCP Chief Sharad Pawar, that did not happen, and that was practically one of the most important meets if she needs to have her TMC umbrella open for the Rainbow Coalition. Well, she did not quite meet Sharad Pawar, who in fact was in the national capital, who in fact met Mulayam Singh Yadav, but did not meet Mamata Banerjee. But sources indicate they spoke on the telephone. Cutting across to colleague and National Affairs Editor Rahul Srivastava, who's joining me live for more on this. Now, Rahul, at one end, it's her mission 2024. She's sounded the poll bugle. But on the other, if opposition unity needs to come together, there are multiple factors that it didn't in the last 5 days. Number one, Sharad Pawar was very much in Delhi. He met Mulayam Singh Yadav but did not meet Mamata Banerjee. The Congress called for an opposition meet. The TMC did not go.
Preeti, opposition unity is a long, treacherous road. Remember that Mamata Banerjee included nearly 7 chief ministers are those who were at one time Congress players. Now, it started with Sharad Pawar meeting Prashant Kishore. And after that, there was a meeting. Sharad Pawar has told categorically all opposition parties that without the Congress, there can be nothing called anti-Modi front. Now, in that, there has to be a Congress. Now, let's see what Mamata Banerjee has done. Mamata Banerjee, victorious in Bengal, and I think one of the finest victories against the BJP, Narendra Modi juggernaut across the country. If you see Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Punjab, they were not as emphatic and significant. So she is a victor. She is right now on the uprise, and that's why she has come to Delhi and definitely thrown her hat in the ring that I'm there if there is going to be an opposition unity as a leader face. Second, who becomes the pivot or the turning around whom the vortex around whom the entire opposition will unite? Mamata Banerjee will like to do that. But if Rahul Gandhi has to revive the Congress, he cannot have an opposition leader like Mamata Banerjee becoming the center point of an opposition unity. He wants to be ahead, front of everybody leading the opposition. And that is why there is a crisis. The problem for the opposition remains who becomes the central figure as far as unity is concerned, who eventually becomes the leader. Definitely Mamata Banerjee has thrown a hat in the ring, but yes, beyond that, how acceptable she will be, how the plans will unfold, because she doesn't have a pan-Indian presence. It's a long, long road ahead. But definitely, Narendra Modi cannot sit easy because in their own respective strongholds, these are very strong leaders.
Well, the fact is TMC is limited to West Bengal, doesn't have the reach out of West Bengal. Appreciate you joining us, Rahul Srivastava. We're going to continue to come back to you, but let's listen in to Mamata Banerjee before she left the national capital.
Today also I talked to Sharadji also. He went to Mumbai. So next time we will be meeting also. So I think the visit is successful. We met for political purpose. We met for development purpose. अगर लोकतंत्र खतरा में है तो देश खतरा में हो जाता है तो लोकतंत्र बचाओ देश को बचाओ this is our slogan and let us do the work for farmers, laborers, unemployed youth and other also. हमने सोचा कि 2 महीना का अंदर एक बार आएंगे.
All right, viewers, latest news break coming in the Assam-Mizoram standoff. The latest is that Mizoram's Chief Minister Zoramthanga has countered Assam government. He says that Assam police were the first one to fire. He further adds that Mizoram wants peaceful solution and talks with Assam on a century-old dispute. He also says it is needed that the second round of discussions take place at the earliest. Let's listen in to the Chief Minister of Mizoram, Zoramthanga.
Himanta Biswa Sharma claims that the firing was started by the Mizo armed forces first, like the Mizo police force first, and that led to this entire blow up. How do you respond to that?
No, it was started from them. Because number one, if you are going to capture another armed force post, it is clear that they will not simply surrender and give up. They will strive. Knowing this all along, they capture the post and the other try to retake it. But the point is that in order to do that, we sent our SP to negotiate. And while the negotiation is going on, and inside the capital came, well, our SP was still there. Firing started. Firing started because the local people there shouting and complained that some police people, what you did is wrong. And there was shouting and counter-shouting. Later on, some policemen used the tear gas, more than 40 of them. And our Mizo policemen, they did not have a tear gas. Later on, from the nearby, they took a few tear gas, and they throw only 3 of them. And when they throw these 3 of them, the Assam police people started firing. And then the firing started. It was all started by the Assam side. Because our SP himself, their leader, was still in the camp discussing these things with the Assam police chief. So, anyhow, one thing that they know is that when there is a fighting, there often is a counter-accusation. They started the fire. And the other side, they started the fire. But that is another thing.
All right, we're going to keep getting the very latest on that, but let's quickly shift focus right now to the latest controversy which is brewing, where the Bihari Gunda alleged jibe has been made. Now, the DMK has apparently jumped into it with an unsavory remark by DMK Minister K.N. Nehru. Now, he's triggered a political storm by making a highly derogatory comment. K.N. Nehru says that people from Bihar are not intelligent as Tamilians. The remark comes at an employment camp in Trichy. The minister has added that Lalu Prasad Yadav, as railway minister, had packed various railway departments with Biharis, especially of lower level jobs. Nehru, who is in Tamil Nadu's municipal administration minister, accused Bihari residents of snatching away jobs from Tamilians.
This is arrogant. See, the power is gone to their heads, and it has taken the brains from them only. How can they say a fellow Indian like that? It is not fair. It is not fair, and it is arrogant. And I am really surprised whether Mr. K.N. Nehru feels Mr. Prashant Kishore, who is a Bihari also, he has only helped DMK winning this election.